Luka's returned to Dallas. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Dude was killing them dudes, man. Luka
Yeah,
was killing them dudes, Chris, bro. We knew he would. But did
yeah.
you expect him to be that emotional during the pregame? I think that was probably the biggest story. Like, bro, that shit low key kind of made me feel some type of way, bro.
I do think that was that's a big storyline, and I'm not surprised by it, honestly. This is a dude who had never been to the U. No, he'd been to the US before, but like living in the US, Dallas was his home in the US. Outside of Slovenia, he didn't know nowhere else that was home except for Dallas. Drafted there, he was the next heir apparent to the Dallas Mavericks franchise from Dirk, who got personally tutelized by Dirk in his final year to be the franchise leader. He thought he was going to be a Dallas Maverick for life. There is no way in his mind he thought he would have ever wore another jersey, especially after taking them to a finals the previous year. So yes, he was going to be very emotional when he's looking back and experiencing the times where he's thinking about times that he should be out there with them guys right now. Those was his guys that he took to the finals, and he said he feel like he should be with them right now, low key. But he with the Lakers now, and LeBron and coached that all that mess out of him. But
He
for
never tried to hug
for a
it out
slight
of
moment, he flashed back to them times.
him. I, I did want to say this because I was just looking at it and I was just thinking about it, bro. It's like you don't give up on a player like that. They want to be there that bad. Because what I
Yeah,
seen for him crying, it was like, nah, bro was ready to ride for Dallas till the wheels fell off. Like literally, like, hey, I'll be here my whole career through the ups and downs. I wouldn't ask out if we suck. It's just gonna be like it was kind of heartbreaking because especially with how the NBA stars are today, to where they all
yeah,
selfish and they all be like, "Hey man, it ain't working out here for me, so I want to go here, I want to go there." The fact that Luka was, like you said, he wasn't even from here. It'd be different if like Luka was from Michigan and he'd be like, "Ah
mm-hmm.
man, this nigga ain't from here, from Dallas, so he kind of cares. He was here his whole career, but he really from
Yeah,
Michigan. He a Detroit Pistons fan and all that." But
yeah,
Luka is basically in America. He's from Dallas.
yeah.
So it just it tugged at the heartstrings. I ain't gonna cap, and it was just like, and then him putting forward what he put. I ended up cutting it off, but he
40,
put like
45, 7 to 10 from three.
going crazy immediately. Now let's get into the game because they hey say bro, I ain't gonna stun. What did you see? Because it just felt like I don't know. Lively looked as soft. I know he only 3 games back, but bro, Lively was getting cooked. He's known for defense. He was getting
Yeah.
cooked, bro.
I mean, what do you? I agree, but Luca probably was cooking them in practice too, so he ain't scared. He ain't worried about it. But at least you could compete.
This shit was on national TV. That competition, even LeBron was cooking his ass. Like Luca, I gave him a pass on Luca. Like you said, you know him and all this. LeBron, oh bro, come on, bro. LeBron was and one and dude. Come on, Lively looked bad, bro.
Hey, he had a bad game, but I'm sure he'll get it together, especially come playing time when we're getting ready to face OKC in that first round. He'll get it together.
Yeah, hopefully. Hey, I will say this. I apologize to Najee Marshall. That boy is a dog. I ain't gonna
Wait, what'd
cap.
you say?
I apologize to Najee Marshall. So, hey, this my thing. If you show improve on the court, what can I say? I'm a basketball fan
Exactly.
at the end of the day. And you know what I'm saying? I have my little biases and my agendas here and there, but at the end of the day, good basketball is good basketball. Najee Marshall playmaking, even outside of the scoring, the playmaking. I think he had like 8 or 9
Exactly.
assists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Najee Marshall looking like a guy. Clay Thompson was
Yeah.
ass. I'm sorry. I told you Clay Thompson was ass too. So what you got to say about Clay Thompson and go on gloat about Najee Marshall?
It's a bad shooting night from Clay Thompson. I'm gonna leave that. Captain Clay had a bad shooting night. But he'll get things turned around. Najee Marshall, he been doing this. I've been telling you about my dude Najee Marshall. He been like this. If you watch the games, if you looked into the Mavericks, if you looked into who he was and stopped limiting what he could be, this is why I said the Mavericks had the perfect team when they got Luka Doncic, because they added Najee Marshall. They added Quentin Grimes. This is another guy who could ball handle off, bring the ball up the court, a big forward. That little mid-range hook push shot when he get in the lane is money every single time. And he can create his own shot, do his own things. Like, Me personally, I thought he was a perfect connector piece, either starter or bench player for the Mavericks to run to be that extra facilitator ball handler that the Mavericks need at a bigger size as well. So uh I've always believed in him. He's shown me great things this season, so I'm not surprised that this is what he's been doing. He's been a great addition to this team. That's one positive thing Nico did. So
Yeah. Hey, that Najee Marshall signing, I ain't gonna stunt. If Nico didn't trade fucking Luka, he would damn near be the GM of the bro. Dude, like, come on, bro. And this the crazy part, Chris. He's such a good GM, and he outthought himself so much. He fell into his own hype that he would never get credit as being a good GM, and he will always be synonymous with the Luka trade.
yeah,
Like the fact that he's
exactly.
so good at being a GM, and that's kind of in turn would ruin his GM reputation is ridiculously how crazy at but
Yeah,
what? How do you feel about the Mavericks going forward? Because I like this team, and I do think the fact that Kyrie was out and it put a lot of pressure on AD, and they couldn't even get on the ball the way they just Lakers kind of sold out on AD.
yeah.
So how are you just feeling about the state of the Mavericks? Because with Kyrie, this a damn good team, most like
Oh,
real talk.
yeah. No, this is a great Mavericks team. Like they have defense, great defenders across the board, wing defenders, rim protection. They have great size. Obviously the big three, and then of course, I love the wings that they have in PJ, Najee, Max Christie. Even Dante Exum and Clay can be big wing and get in the way of people as well. Like, and not to mention Martin. Like, we got guys that can get out there, defend, and show up, along with guys who can handle the ball and do things. The Mavericks are a good team. They're obviously missing Kyrie, who's that like clutch go-to scorer, but even still, they have guys who can put the ball in the basket, and then you have AD, who on a normal night when he can get the ball in his hands, he can put the ball in the basket as well. So it's a good team. I think they will scare some people come playing time. They always play tough. They always play hard, but I don't really know if they're anything to be serious about this season. Now next season is a different story.
I kind of this season I kind of want them to get their ass whooped by whoever's in the playoffs. I don't want to see this team in the playoffs because you miss Kyrie too much. This game was a perfect example of just missing Kyrie too much. Because I was thinking, I'm just like, if only they had a ball handler who could score. Then I'm like, Phoenix ain't got Kyrie. And
Yeah,
Max Christie had his moments. PJ had his moments, especially in that third. But it's like nobody on the Mavericks outside of AD is like nobody you just is like a go-to scorer. So
yeah.
that was it stuck out like a sore thumb. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like the roster.
It's a good roster. Yeah,
But they just didn't have the firepower. Lakers.
yeah.
Let's talk about the Lakers side of things. Outside of just Luka being dominant, I felt like they have a great 8-man rotation, bro. Like when it comes to the 8 guys, it's like
Oh yeah.
because you got, of course, the big three. You got Luka, you got LeBron Reeves, but then when you can throw Dodo out there, you could throw Vanderbilt out there, Rui out there, Jackson Hayes. Now I just had to bring in a eighth, so Gabe Vincent, even though I think he's garbage. But
You see him
those 8 guys,
airball today.
just he sucks. And I'm really disappointed because I thought he was all right signing for them. But
Yeah.
I don't think okay, if a closing lineup, my favorite 5 for the Lakers, then I'm gonna let you think because it's a great 5. You got Luka, Reeves, Finney Smith, LeBron, and Vanderbilt. That's my favorite 5. And now sometimes depending on what's going on, you can swap out Vanderbilt and Rui. Like, how do you just feel about the Lakers, just that 5-man unit or the best 5-man unit
Mm-hmm.
compared to just the best teams in the West?
I do think, like, again, Lakers, there's a great 5-man rotation with a great mixture of defense, size, and guys that can get their own shot. When you have 3 guys who can get their own shot and also facilitate for others, kick it out to the corner, run pick and roll. You have 3 guys who are really good at running pick and roll as well. Like, that opens up your offense a bunch, and then you have 3 guys who can play great defense, wing defense as well. You have Vando, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron. Sometimes he can play good defense, good help side defense, things like that. And then Reeves tries hard. Luka He's a big body, so I mean, but
Yeah,
like
that's weird though.
in that aspect, I think that lineup can match up well with a lot of the teams out west and top teams. Depending on what OKC does, they have a lot of size. They're bigs. You could swap in somebody like Jackson Hayes, or you can swap in, Rui, depending on what you need. But I think that lineup is still going to be hard to beat when you have those three on the court. And it's already hard enough to beat Luka and LeBron in a playoff series. So, goodness.
It's go get scary, bro. Because I'm thinking about even with the Thunder, bro. The Thunder, That's our next topic. So
Yeah.
we gonna finish it up with this because looking at the Lakers and I'm like, they best five can compete with any best five in the whole league.
Yeah.
Now, I think even when it comes to the east side of things, I think they'll probably be most scared of the Cavs just because that's a lot of size. Like when you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. But even them, it's like, can one of them consistently score to take advantage of the size? So,
Exactly.
I mean, when it comes to fives, man, Lakers is damn near scary as anybody. This is the best small ball because they small ball is like a strong. Like everybody is like 6'5" and got a little weight to them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.